Hey y'all, my name is Jessica Doster. Today we'll be talking about depression. Why should we take depression more seriously? Do you know someone who was recently depressed, recently prescribed medicine to help them? Maybe somebody you know is going through a hard time, but you don't know how to help them, or you're not sure of the signs. Did you know that depression is actually a mood disorder? I personally did not know that it was a mood disorder, that we can actually be diagnosed with depression. There's different forms of depression, and everybody goes through life, in different stages. We all go through different things, and sometimes it leaves us feeling guilty, questioning if we did the right thing, thinking on the past, thinking too hard on the future, just stressing about the things of the unknown. Depression is huge. It's a huge topic, and I feel like it needs to be talked about more, especially if it's a mood disorder. For example, a college student is going through a lot. They're trying to work and be a mother or a father, or maybe they're babysitting on the side for extra cash, and then they're also trying to get their work done. Being so stressed out can lead to you being depressed because your body starts to shut down. It releases a chemical in the brain, and your body tells your brain, just, I'm not doing it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not doing it. And I just want to go lay down and I don't want to talk to anybody. And it's nobody's fault because you want to go to college and get that degree. You want to put dinner on the table and make an income and everything else. Sometimes it's just things we go through that gets us feeling the way that we feel: depressed, sad. We might even be angry. A good example of being depressed is, hey, I'm just not in the mood to go. Hey, girl, I'm going to go lay down. I'll do it later. I know personally, I'm a very upbeat person. So when I find myself, oh God, I didn't call so and so back, I slept in late. When I find myself being unmotivated, I found myself being depressed. Being depressed is nothing to be ashamed of. Did you know that you can actually get on Google and ask Google anything you want about depression? I know that's what I did today. I also didn't know that our library has articles and journals of people just like me and you, or somebody you know who's going through depression, and there's stories in there about depression, ways to deal with depression, every little detail you need to know. I found that out through our book this week and the chapters I was reading, that our library has a lot of good informational sources that can help us, especially if you don't have access to the internet and all that other stuff. Did you know that depression can also lead to you pushing other people out of your life? I know, for example, I have a friend who didn't want to get help for depression. She didn't think that was a thing. She didn't know how to handle it. Ended up putting her in the hospital because she was diagnosed with an illness. Depression is a huge topic that needs to be talked about more and more and more. I know personally, depression can impact somebody's weight. If you notice that someone you love is just rapidly losing weight and they're not going to the gym, and you're like, hey girl, what are you doing? And they're just like, I don't know, I'm just losing weight. Take it as a sign and ask them if they need to go on a walk with you, if they need to talk about it. Did you know that when you write down your feelings on how you feel, you're less likely to shut down? I personally did not know that after researching more and more. Depression is a very hard thing to talk about because we don't want to admit that there's something wrong with us. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with us. It just means that we need a little bit more um, affection. We need a little bit more security in our life because guilt can lead to depression. Having guilt on something, guilt or regret. I know those are huge things to look at. If you are regretting not going grocery shopping with your mother and you're like, oh, I should have went grocery shopping. And you shut down, then you're shutting the rest of the people around you out, people that love you and care about you. And I know the very first step is just calling your doctor and saying you're just having a rough day, and they don't judge you. They will prescribe you medicine. There's a bunch of medicine over the counter as well, but it's not as effective as the medicine that actually gets prescribed to you by your doctor. And there's a whole bunch of different ones out there as well. Depression is something that everyone in their lifetime is going to go through, harder than others, easier than others. Sometimes it just might take a pill a day to help that, where you don't have that guilt and you have that assurance and you're ready to rock the day. I hope you guys got a little bit insight on what depression is and why we should take it so seriously. Have a great day.